The Washington Commanders held their Thursday practice in preparation for their NFC Conference Championship Game showdown against the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be the third game between two division rivals, a game a lot of people are looking forward to. Can the Commanders do what a lot of teams haven't been able to do, and that's solve the Eagles in Philadelphia? Can they slow down Saquon Barkley? Can they put pressure on Jalen Hurts? It's going to be a lot of questions that will be answered on Sunday, but today at practice, the Commanders coaches spoke and the coordinator spoke as well, and Dan Quinn let everyone off talking about his team has found their identity but still haven't hit their ceiling.
I've been asked early and often as the team got together, what's your identity? And that took some time to answer, as it should. But while we have found our identity, what I hit with the team is that we still haven't found our ceiling. And that fires me up to say that at this time of year. And that's really what we chase about, what we can do to get better and find our space to go for it again this weekend. And we've consistently raised the floor, but we haven't found that ceiling that we're going for. And that's kind of what the whole weeks are about, digging into the skills, digging into things to work for. And that's no different this week, as we're going right back outside to practice. You guys bundle up.
Coordinators Joe Witt, the defensive coordinator, spoke about the Eagles and all the great things that they do on offense and how he feels like his team will meet the challenge.
Philly, just a really talented team across the board. You look at their offense, all right, the receivers, I really don't need to talk about them. They're really good. All right, the running back is outstanding. Quarterback is a winner. Offensive line, one of the best in the league. So once again, we just played Detroit, we played Tampa, another great offense, okay? So it's going to be a great challenge. The men are focused, they're ready. The coaches have done an outstanding job, man, in this playoff run of getting these guys detailed and getting them ready. So it's going to be a fun game. So any questions?
Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator who's been the orchestrator for this offense and Jaden Daniels' emergence as a rookie, talked about his young player from LSU and when he knew that he had a legit quarterback and a threat that could change the game.
I mean, early on, he was doing stuff in the rookie minicamp I was like, this is different than what I'm used to seeing ever, I think. I mean, some of the checks and the reads and the progressions and the ball wasn't touching the ground early, and just the ability to see it once and go out there and execute at a high level was unique. And then I'd probably say on the road at Cincinnati, when some of the stuff he did there, I was like, okay, this is like a real thing. And then it's just gotten better, and the work ethic, like I said, hasn't done anything but improved. And the competitive stamina outside of when he was banged up and we had a couple rough weeks we were trying to figure things out, has just been, he's gotten better and better each week.
Brian Johnson, who has a history with Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia, he's also now here as a pass game coordinator and kind of like the assistant offensive coordinator to Cliff Kingsbury. Well, he answered my question when I asked him as far as both the young quarterbacks and what are some of their similarities as far as being leaders on their team.
Yeah, he has an unbelievable ability to quickly process the defense and great natural instincts of understanding where the ball should go. So, he's continuing to grow and develop. I think one of the things that, for him especially is, he's done such a great job of banking all of these reps that he's had throughout the course of off-season and training camp, throughout the course of the season, and just building his bank of, okay, I've seen this look, and he can call on that now. And he has such great recall of the use of his reps throughout the course of the year.
So once again, folks, it was cold outside today. Practice was held outside. It was 38 degrees. It's going to be 39 degrees in Philadelphia for the 3 o'clock NFC Conference Championship game. So Washington's trying to simulate those conditions. So again, folks, we have a big one on Sunday. And if you thought that this was ever going to happen, I'd tell you were crazy. And, I predicted this team to win 11 games, and I thought that they would be a playoff team. But to be one game away from the Super Bowl, something that a whole entire generation of a fan base has never seen. A generation of a fan base has never seen this team progress this far into the playoffs. You've been here through it all. You've been here through the lean years, and now to be one game away from the Super Bowl, what does this mean to you?
It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just to, obviously, man, that's where my career started. The organization gave me my first opportunity. Obviously, I've been thankful for that. It's been a long ride. It's here for 4 years. went to different organizations, came back, and now, man, to be in this game, and it's big. I know it's, like I said, it's big for me. I know it's big for the organization, big for the city, big for the fans.
When you see some of these young guys like Jaden, this is their first opportunity. You've been in the league for a while, and now you're finally getting this opportunity for someone like that to come in, and this is their first time, and they're in the NFC Championship game. How do you impress upon them? Don't take this for granted because it may not come back.
For sure. I mean, my rookie year, man, we made it to the playoffs, 2015, and I had a coach, my receiver coach at the time, Mike Curie, tell me, you know what I'm saying, man, just, be grateful for it because, you don't really get many opportunities. And like I said, we lost in the wild card round that year.
Yeah,
but,
to the Packers.
To the Packers. But for the young guys, man, obviously making it this far, it's a blessing, man. Obviously you want to live in this moment, soak it all in for sure. But don't take it for granted because, a lot of guys don't get this, this opportunity. So just take it all in, man, and take advantage of the opportunity as well.
And then final question, it's the Eagles, obviously a divisional foe. This is the third time you're playing them. How do you present different wrinkles to these guys, or is it something where both teams are going to know what you're going to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's a team that, we're very familiar with. They're familiar with us, and we're familiar with them, man. It's just going to come down to, protecting the football, going out there making plays, having more positive plays than negative plays, and then, just seeing, who comes out on top of
So,
the
looking at the Eagles, the team that you guys have played obviously twice, it's a divisional game. Do you feel that added pressure, obviously knowing that you have a game away from getting to the Super Bowl, or do you feel more comfortable knowing you've played them before?
Just look at it like it's this week's challenge, you know what I mean? Don't really put a lot of pressure on it. We look at every week like championship week here, so it's just another week of preparation, another week of getting better, and try to execute on Sunday.
So for you, man, coming from your path from Grambling, and now you're here on this big stage, how does this make you feel? And what would you say to a lot of the HBCU guys out there that sometimes don't get these opportunities?
Oh, yeah, 100%, man. I just don't take nothing for granted. I don't take anything for granted. Nothing was given to me. And so I appreciate every day that I get to come to work. And I think that's just what it all boils down to, man. HBCU guys, man, just put the work in and they'll come find you. And when you get your opportunities, take advantage.
So are we looking forward to another dance this week?
Hey, man, these hands are always ready. So if Clip decide to do it, we'll do it.
Again, one game away from the Super Bowl. They still have to get by the Philadelphia Eagles. Tough football game against probably the best team in the conference. But you can't tell Washington anything at this moment right now because they've answered the bell. They've won, 8 straight games. And I think that they have a legitimate chance to go into the Link in Philadelphia and beat the Eagles. As a matter of fact, I'm predicting the Washington Commanders to beat the Eagles and make it to the Super Bowl. So start punching your tickets for New Orleans. At least I hope that's the case. So we're going to have a lot more from the rest of this week in practice as we lead up to the NFC Conference Championship game between the Commanders and the Eagles. Here in Ashburn, I'm Lake Lewis.